Hey guys, today I'm going to show you a really easy recipe to make beef bone broth using buffalo bones or beef bones. First you need 1 kg of bones. Now you can use buffalo bones or beef bones. I will use buffalo bones since I do not get beef bones in Maharashtra, India. It's important that you choose the right kind of bones. You want bones with bone marrow. You don't need hooves. So bones with bone marrow, some cartilage, even rib cage will do. No need for any meat. So I get 1 kg of bones for about 100 rupees. That's a little over $1.20. I have 1100 grams of bones. You can be 100 grams over or lesser. The next step now is to rinse the bones to remove any dirt and any blood on it. I suggest you rinse it under running water 3 to 4 times. The third step, place the bones in a pressure cooker and fill it with water. Now remember, never fill the pressure cooker with water up to the brim, but only 3/4 full. You want to fill it so that the bones are submerged, right? Once it's full, secure the lid very well and put the gas on medium flame. We're going to cook this for 90 minutes. That's the reason why we cook it for 90 minutes and not 60 minutes. For 90 minutes, you get all the collagen out from the bones and cartilage, and you get that liquid gold. If you cook it for 2 hours, you may just burn the bones. If you cook it for 60 minutes, you don't get out all the collagen. And now after an hour on the stove, I'm doing a quick check. You see the lid is relatively clean, which means I didn't overfill the pressure cooker with excess water and the lid is secured securely. Once I put in extra water and all that water spouted out through the whistle, and the cover looked really dirty. So always remember, fill your pressure cooker only 3/4 full. Make sure the bones are submerged and secure your lid correctly. So when I fill it with excess water, all my bones got burned. So just be careful about that. Now we'll continue to pressure cook this for a full 90 minutes. Now after 90 minutes, I waited for an hour or so that all the steam escapes gradually. You don't want to open it immediately, or that cover will just fly into your face. So be very careful if you not use a pressure cooker. Look at this. I've got out all the collagen into the water. It looks fantastic. Now we will strain the bones. It's still a little bit hot, so I will use these prongs to remove all the large bones. And then I will strain it through the strainer, but very important, place a cheesecloth or a muslin cloth, a handkerchief on top of the strainer so you can remove out all the impurities. Silly me, I forgot to put a cheesecloth while recording this video, but I will do it later on. So put the cheesecloth, strain it. So why is bone broth called liquid gold? You know, it's very good to soothe leaky gut. A lot of people have gut inflammation, they have bloating, all right, and they have smelly flatulence because of leaky gut. Bone broth helps to soothe your gut. It really heals your intestinal lining. So this is a wonderful superfood, and that's why it's called liquid gold. And it's not as expensive as gold. How amazing is that, right? Right. Now that I've strained it, I will keep it in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 hours, and you'll see all the animal fat has accumulated to the top like a thick piece of crust. You know, whenever we see animal fat on social media, we see this big blob of fat. It looks pretty disgusting. This is what animal fat looks like when you make a beef bone broth. And I will cut it by just digging my knife an inch deep. And I will keep it in my refrigerator to use it to cook my food. So this animal fat is really good. There I was showing you that I'm digging my knife only an inch deep into the crust to remove the fat. And all the bone broth is at the bottom. It's so clean. And yes, so when you use animal fat to cook your food, all right, it's very good for your heart health. It's rich in saturated fat. Just remember, when you cook your food in animal fat, do not combine it with refined carbohydrates. That's when it becomes dangerous. Not because the fat is bad, but because refined carbohydrates are bad. Right. Just having a closer look at this animal fat over here. Right. I like using this over physically refined oils to cook so many of my dishes, especially my breakfast. Yeah, so it's good for heart health. Now, because I forgot to use the muslin cloth, you can see it's very grainy. So I will need to reheat this collagen again. make it a liquid and strain it to a handkerchief or a cheesecloth. I just lost a little time over here. So while I strain this, heat this and strain this, here's another health benefit of bone broth. Because it's full of vitamins, not vitamins, more of minerals, right? It's very good to build your immunity because it's healing your gut as well, and our gut is central to immunity. And if your gut is clean, it also assists in weight loss. So that's another reason you want to have bone broth. You can add it to your coffee, you can add it to your, I add it to my protein shakes, right? So yeah, while straining this, coming back to it again, remember it's going to be hot, so do not put your finger in it, you may just burn yourself. I want you to Google some health benefits of consuming buffalo or beef bone broth. You'll be blown away. Another thing is beef bone broth has no taste. So whatever food you add it to, or you add it to a smoothie, you will not get the smell or the taste of beef. It has a neutral taste. That's why I like using it so much. Unlike chicken bone broth, which has a strong chicken taste to it. And here you can see how clear it is compared to before I strained it. Let's have a look at the bone broth before I strained it. Yeah, I could put it back in the refrigerator, it became like a jelly. And look at that bone broth before I strained it. It was really important to strain it with a strainer and a cheesecloth. Now, of course, you're not going to eat bone broth like a jelly. You need to microwave it for approximately 15 to 20 seconds. It melts really quickly. Then add it to your food and to your beverages. I like adding it to my soups, like my broccoli and cauliflower soup, to my protein shakes, to my coffee. But I don't always recommend adding bone broth to coffee because the caffeine in coffee robs the bone broth of its minerals in it, like magnesium and iron. So add it to your smoothies, to your protein shakes, to your soups. Fantastic. How much can you have? You can have about 100 ml daily. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please leave a comment against my video, subscribe to my Instagram and YouTube channel, and please have this bone broth daily or at least 20 days a week. Thanks for watching.